皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today guys, this might be another series of Shogo is complaining a little bit. I don't want you to feel so negative about these series whenever I talk about these things. I personally, what should I say? I know I get a lot of comments saying that Shogo should just ignore these people or, these kind of, what should I say, messages and comments too. But what should I say? I always want to be not just ignoring other people's opinions, but also facing them. I might not, reply to the comments that I actually get because it's probably no use. Those people who want to criticize everything are just doing it because they probably want to feel that they belong somewhere or they have a purpose, or they probably are acting from their own justice, which is basically in most cases just hurting someone else. But anyways, still, I do want to have a a clear idea towards any kind of criticism that would come in my way, so I don't want anyone to see this in a negative way whenever I talk about, react to these kind of negative comments and messages. It's just me trying to clear my mind and try to be able to explain anything that comes in my way, basically, all these criticisms that come in my way. So today I like to basically share my opinions and ideas towards people who constantly come up to tell me that, dude, if you're going to be talking about social problems in Japan, you should be doing it towards Japanese people. Why are you expecting us foreigners to try to solve it for you? So I received these kind of not just comments, but there was some DMs actually that told me this too. So we should not be making these videos in English. If you want to really solve them, you should be talking to Japanese people about it and not making videos in English. So there's actually a lot of things I want to say about this. Well, first of all, I think the most obvious thing that I can say is that if my videos didn't get any views at all, I wouldn't be making them, right? Or I wouldn't be known to anyone if no one was concerned or interested in my videos, which means there are a lot of people who wants to learn or know about the social problems of Japan. So if there's people who want to learn more about it and I provide the information, that's win-win relationship, right? I can't understand why there would be this one or few group of people who would say that this person is sending out useless, needless information when there are, tens and hundreds and thousands times more people simply enjoying the information or, enjoying the content, right? First of all, but let's put this aside for a while and I just want to talk about a few other things I thought. Yeah, number one, so if I'm going to be sending out information to Japanese people, as many people point out that I should be doing, there's a lot of professionals and people who are better at explaining things in Japanese to Japanese people. Obviously, there are the professors, there's the really famous influencers, there are the really famous comedians that actually even talk about this and such. My favorite, Nakata University, is a very popular YouTube channel in Japan that often talks about social problems in Japan. And he is probably the best person to teach about Japanese social problems to Japanese people. So I need to, basically make good use of my skills. Obviously I was gifted I was really lucky to be able to grow up in the US for 6 years and be able to speak English like this. Even though I'm not super good at it, I'm still able to communicate with you guys, right? So if I'm going to be making good use of my skills, obviously making content in English is much more advantageous for me, right? It doesn't feel, it's not right that you have some certain set of skills, but you just leave that aside and then fight with everyone else who has the same, amount of skills with you, just this limited amount of skills and not using these advantages that you have, right? That's very strange, I feel. So I really think that's one thing, yeah. And secondly, I'm actually, as I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true and so on and so forth. The Japan lovers that I have in mind, the image of the Japan lovers is the people who want to travel or study or live in Japan, right? So basically, I'm making my videos towards these kind of people, yeah, who want to travel, study, or live in Japan, possibly train in our traditional culture and such, as I always say at the end, right? So I'm making my videos, my content to these kind of people who want to do these things in the future. These things are their dreams, right? So that's the reason why I'm trying to send out as much information about history, about modern culture, about everything, so that everyone, when they actually come to Japan or study traditional culture and such, they'll be able to enjoy it more, and enjoy it to an even deeper level. Basically, if you're going to be living in a country, for example, if you're going to be even traveling to Japan or living in Japan in the future, you would want to know about the social problems that's going on in this country, right? If I, for example, in the future wanted to, let's say, live in a foreign country, it could be anywhere, I would love to know about what, not just, the bright sides, but also the dark sides too, in order to, balance out my future, basically think whether or not I really should go or not, or, it's just really useful information, right? In the end, because every country around the world has a problem, right? Obviously, there is no perfect land on this planet, But still, it would be great to know and try to, take balance on the pros and cons and such and make a final decision. Yeah. So this is the reason why I like to talk about social problems in my channel too. Because the people that I imagine sending this information to, basically in Japanese we say persona. Persona is basically the person you have in mind, like who are you making this content or information for. And my persona is the people who wants to, again, travel, study, or live in Japan. Yeah. So that's the reason why I make these videos. Yeah, so it's aligned with my purpose, at least. And again, there are quite a number of people watching my videos, so I think that's a good thing, right? People are interested and people do want to watch my videos. And number 3, I think this is really important too, but I don't know where this idea came from, but I've never once in my videos, I have ever said that I want people outside of Japan, as the people say in their comments, foreigners, to help solve problems in Japan. I have never ever said anything like that. I've talked about ways that Japan is trying to work towards social problems, trying to solve it. I try to include this in the videos as much as possible all the time. But I have never asked, oh my gosh, Japan is just over. There's no way Japan can solve its problems. I need your help, guys. Please give me money. Please help us out. Have I ever said this before? I've never ever said it. I'm not making videos because I am, what should I say? Pleading, is that the right word? Yeah. I'm not, just, what should I say? Just asking for help without trying to do nothing. Talking about social problems, so you guys need to help me. I've never, ever said this before, right? So that's another thing I wanted to make very clear. I'm not making my videos because I want someone else to try to solve Japan's problems, Of course, if there are people who want to support Japan and help us out, of course, for example, financially supporting me would absolutely be a very good option because I am working towards trying to solve social problems in Japan too. Of course, if you want to do that, that's that person's freedom too, right? That is that person's choice to use their money on whatever they want to. Yeah. So that's up to them too. If a person living outside a certain country, and they want to support that country, for example, if that country has suffered from a natural disaster and trying to recover from it, there's a lot of people donating from outside of Japan. Is that a bad thing? No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, right? Why can't you support people who are in a different country? And again, I haven't ever asked for help before. Yeah. So that's another thing I wanted to make clear. I guess just by making the videos, a lot of people imagine that I'm somehow asking people outside of Japan or English speakers, I guess, for help to solve them. But no, that's not the thing. It's completely very far away from my original purpose of why I want to talk about social problems in Japan. I want to make Japan a better place for future generations to make their dreams come true. So yeah, I just wanted to explain this to you guys. Yeah, but you guys listening to my podcast would obviously know about these things. I'm pretty sure you're thinking like, yeah, Shogo, duh, you've been talking about this over and over, but I'm really glad you listened to this. Thank you so much. I want to make it very clear whenever someone says, writes these things in my comments and messages and such, I want to be confident and strong enough to have these things in mind so I can, if I ever have to say back or fight back with these opinions and ideas. And as I always say, I'm really a very sensitive person. I do get hurt by these comments. I think a lot of people would get hurt by such comments and such, because you are working very hard to make these content and videos and such. And there's some people who use like 30 seconds of their day to literally hurt you so much. So I really want to have these opportunities, these podcast videos, for me to really clear my mind and regain my confidence. And it's really thanks to you guys listening to this that gives me a lot of power, because it wouldn't give me as much power if I was, for example, talking to myself in the mirror, right? Towards the mirror. So yeah, really grateful that you take the time of your day to listen to this. And I really hope I don't sound too negative or anything or angry, because I'm not. Yeah, I just want to clear my mind, and be a little bit logical, and explain that these kind of comments or messages are completely, what should I say, not logical, not hitting me at all, basically. Yeah, they're swinging their bat towards a very wrong direction, kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to explain this to you guys. So then, everyone, as I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true, as we've been talking about today. So I know there's a lot of people studying Japanese willing to come to Japan to travel, study, or work, or even train our traditional culture and such. However, I am very afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future, because we're facing a lot of social problems, we are losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are supposed to be carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. So I really want to dedicate my life trying to make Japan a better place. I want to try to solve the social problems, preserve and evolve traditional culture, and also help out the younger generations so they can have a brighter future. And to do this, the nearest goal I have right now is to achieve 2 million subscribers by January 2023 on our main channel. So your likes and comments help to boost our videos. New viewers I've never seen our channel before, so it'd be great if you can help me out. All right, and I think I'll be making a separate podcast for this, but the Ko-fi page that I created to raise money to become a Japanese language instructor, I was expecting that's going to be taking a few months, but I actually achieved it within, it seems like 4 hours since I posted a video on YouTube. I will be talking about that soon in a different podcast. I hope you can look forward to it. Maybe that one be coming first before this one. So in that case, you can just think that, oh, Japan, Shogo probably hop back into the past, kind of thing. So anyways, I really appreciate your support, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day.